Water is a key element that shouldn't be taken for granted. My goal is clean water and sanitation. This goal is to ensure availability and sustainable management of water and sanitation for all, which is basically making sure that everyone in the world has clean water. 1 in 3 people live without sanitation, which is causing unnecessary disease and deaths. Although huge strides have been made with access to clean water, lack of sanitation is undermining these advances. If we provide the affordable equipment and education and hygiene practices, we can stop the senseless suffering and hopefully the loss of a life. It's interesting to me because as I grew up, my mom would tell me these stories about how she used to walk miles to get to school, how she would take care of her brothers and sisters, and how she would have to carry buckets of water for hygiene and drinking purposes. She would tell me how she had to walk miles to get to the nearest stream. When she got there, she would fill the buckets and carry one in each hand. She had done this since she was 6 years old. She would have blisters on her feet and her hands when she would come back home. When she got home, she would take the water and made sure that she would boil it so it was clean. She would separate the water into 2 containers, one for drinking and the other, of course, for hygiene purposes. Comparing my lifestyle to my mother's when she was growing up is completely strange to me. Mostly because all I had to do to get water was press a button from my fridge or pour it from a gallon of water into my cup. To take a shower or a bath, I turned the handle and adjusted the temperature and water would just come out. It's hard to comprehend at times that kids my age and younger do this throughout their whole life. The main obstacles that pose a challenge to reaching this goal is where water is located and how far it is to get it. Also, how to make sure that the water is safe to drink or if it's safe to clean yourself with. The path to getting the water is dangerous because it can involve animals that could potentially harm you or maybe kill you. Sometimes it could be gangs that are in the path. Other times it could be mountains or cliffs. Climates that could involve rain, or maybe even mudslides that could potentially take your life. Thunderstorms, lightning, you name it. All these obstacles are harmful in their own way, which can lead to injuries, bacteria, deaths, and diseases of all ages. One solution would be to build local wells in each village or community that needs water. This will reduce the walking distance for children and adults that would have walked miles to get to the nearest stream, lake, or any body of water. Also donating to charities that are invested into providing clean drinking water. There are charities like the Thirst Project that builds wells in communities. There are also other charities that you can donate to like Charity Water, Columbia Water Center, also known as CWC, Water.org, and also Water is Life. All of these charities are focused into adding wells that have clean, drinkable, and bathable water for their community. My research on this topic has enlightened my thinking by just being grateful that I have clean water that I can drink without having to be concerned if it has any bacteria in it, which I can get an illness from and potentially die. Most of us think that the water is an easy access, but it can be one of the hardest things to get in different areas and conditions where we live. Something as plain and simple as water shouldn't be underappreciated, because when we are put in the position of not having it, that will be the time where we most need it. The point is, we need to be grateful for it and help those who struggle to get it. And there are many more organizations just like this that are related to helping people get clean water. Some of the organizations include Planet Water Foundation, WaterAid, Splash, America's Water Innovation at Work, I Will Not Thirst, and Blue Thumb. All these organizations are dedicated to helping people, so if you can, please donate to any of them. And thank you for listening to my presentation.